Hello and good morning, everyone. This is John, and welcome back. You're watching the Kaiser Report, and I'm anxious to tell you all about what's going on today. Probably not a whole lot has happened in the news recently since yesterday. Some more hostages will be released today, they tell me, and that's a good thing. At the same time, we have our military that has suffered 74 to 75 attacks on both our soldiers in various places in the Middle East, and of course the attack on our American destroyer that got 2 or more missiles fired at it by the Houthi rebels that are Iranian-backed. Iran is stepping out of line, and no one is slapping their hand. We have, people in the Pentagon that are more interested in woke rules rather than slapping back when you're hit. This is not the way America was formed. This is not the republic that our founding fathers hoped it would be anymore. We fought a lot of wars to get where we are, and I'm not advocating war, but when you're punched in the nose, you need to punch back. Iran is getting away with murder. If you look at their involvement with Hamas, their involvement with the Houthi rebels, and several other places in the Middle East that are just not great places to be right now. But our troops are in harm's way. And we have a Pentagon with wink and blink and a nod. And I'll tell you who Blinken is. He's our guy that's going back over to try and broker a peace again with Israel and Hamas. But his views on how to do this leave a lot to be desired. He's not good at his job, shouldn't have been put in that job, in my estimation. But yet, there he is, going back over there. Nod, of course, is our president, who's nodded off most of the time and really doesn't give a damn what's happening, as long as he gets his agenda to pump, several more $1 billion into the Ukraine. For whatever reason, I guess Hunter's out of cash, but it's not good, folks. It's not good at all. We're going to suffer some more casualties. The fact that they can't find the hostages, that they don't know where they've been placed, is a real crock. The border. Congress, the Republicans in Congress said, we're not going to fund your Ukraine thing or the Israeli thing until we get some border control, and they're fighting against that. But why are we going to send more millions and billions of dollars to the Ukraine? For what reason? I want to know, and you as the public should demand to know from your individual senators and sitting Congress people why we're doing this. What is the end result? Where are we going with this? I think NATO is useless. So if it's all about NATO getting a hold of the Ukraine in their basket, we shouldn't be involved in it. NATO's useless. Well, I hate to rave like this, but it gets worse every day you turn on the news. And, of course, mainstream media will never tell you what's really happening because it's all whitewashed from the White House. Their scripts are sent out with the narrative that they need to carry to make it happen. So find yourself a news channel, like Forbes or somebody where you can sift through what they're telling you and then come up with an answer of why it's happening. The economy, the banking situation, the border, We have all these things to think about come this election year, and make sure that we get the right people in the right places at the right time to fix some of the things that are going on here that shouldn't be going on. The riots in the street with these protests, I believe, are ridiculous. You have a whole bunch of 30 and under people out there protesting on the pretense that they think it's the Palestinian people. It's Hamas. Hamas is a terrorist group, and if you support it, you're a terrorist. So get over it and stop gluing yourself to the streets and stop the nonsense and the holdups at this holiday season when people need to be more united with their families. Go home, and if half of them are living in their mother's basement anyway with an iPad and a news feed that they can pump out nonsense on Twitter about Trump and about Elon Musk and about people in general, that it's ridiculous what they get away with saying. Oh, but we have to control the First Amendment. They have the right to say that. Yeah, they have the right to say that, and they also have the right to fall down an empty elevator shaft. But they don't do that. No, they block bridges, glue themselves to streets, stop parades, stop people's good times, because that's what communism is all about. And if you think that Tlaib sitting in Congress shooting her mouth off again after she's been censured about how bad we are to the Palestinian people, well, listen, the Palestinian people aren't the ones that went through the border and did this debauchery to women, children, and old people. It was Hamas. Hamas is their government. And if the Palestinian people really want to help, let them get together and get rid of Hamas. Then guess what? It stops and people can live in peace. Why this is continuing and why we're funding something that can't be fixed by us is beyond me. Where is this money going? I want to see an accounting for all of the billions of dollars that we've pumped into the Ukraine. I want to see an accounting for the money that we've pumped into China. I want to see an accounting for the money we've pumped into the Israel skirmish. And I want to see an accounting for all of the sitting politicians that have become millionaires over this last 3 years under Biden. I want to see an accounting for Biden's bank accounts, homes, and his son's bank accounts and homes. And I want to see somebody that can explain to the people in the United States why their tax money has not been put into the United States. It's been used to harm the United States, starting with the southern border. Get it cleaned up. Get these people that have been sent all over the country and given hotel rooms, checks, cell phones, and voting cards and work permits. Line them up, find out who vetted them, where they came from, and what they're up to, because this is a dangerous situation we have in this country right now. So I hate to be this way, but it has to be done. We have to get something straight here. That said, I'm looking forward to the Christmas season. I'm in the Christmas spirit. We've got some tree up already, and I'm looking forward to going Christmas shopping, looking forward to wrapping those gifts, and looking forward to seeing smiles on children's faces once more. It's devastating what's happened to the children between the COVID lockdowns, where they were put in rooms and made to work online. The deficit of that is and the destruction of learning in this country is unbelievable. you cannot expect them to have a laptop and work from home and get it all right. You still need teachers. You need good teachers. You need teachers without agendas to educate, not indoctrinate young people. But if you look at our universities today, they should be ashamed of themselves at the money they charge to indoctrinate your child that you're sending there and paying $30,000 to $40,000 a semester to have them inundated with false information, social information that is not part of what should be their curriculum. High schools. Let's look at high schools. Why did they take the trades out of high schools? We have a shortage of plumbers. We have a shortage of electricians. We have a shortage of car mechanics. And now, with the advent of all these EV cars and computerized, even the gas run cars, the computerized cars, are very difficult to work on. You need an education in it to do it. It's no longer the shade tree mechanic can't come in with 2 sets of wrenches and work on your car anymore. It's designed that way. It was designed that way intentionally. So you need to bring it back to the dealer. However, the dealer can't find people qualified to work on these cars. So get these high schools, instead of prepping them for an indoctrination in a college, bring them in, teach them trades, and put them in the street after high school to where they can earn a living, a good living, and be a useful part of society. Not everybody is college material. Not everybody can pass the mustard to be a college graduate and go on to medical school and law school and all that. We have a lot of lawyers, but we're short on doctors. We're short on nurses. We're short on electricians. We're short on plumbers. We have to wake up and start telling the people that we elect into government to fix these things. As far as I'm concerned, the Department of Education in this government needs to be disbanded totally. There's no necessity for it. And these colleges that are breaking in dollars hand over fist and handing it to their favorite left-wing politician, they're not educating your children. They're being indoctrinated. I'm sorry. A lot of you will disagree with that, and if you do, please hit the comments below, and I'm happy to field that. But it's the truth. We don't have a good educational system anymore, and this is the finest country in the world, and we should have the top drawer of all educators working in this country, and we should be putting out people other than people that don't know how to write in cursive, read a regular clock, or know who the heck is even sitting as their congressman. So let's fix the educational system along with fixing all the border problems and everything else that go along with it. But we need to address this, get it right, and fix it. The only way to do that is to go to the voting box and vote for the person that you know will be able to help you get this under control. Down ballot is the way to vote. Get these sitting Congress people and senators out of there that have been in there forever. They're going to get paid forever anyway, so what do they care? But these people are entrenched, and now we're letting in these, I don't want to use the word, but this Tlaib woman and the rest of that squad, they need to be voted the heck out of office. And you people in Minnesota and Detroit need to wake up and realize that you can vote them in, but they don't do anything for you. They'll do things that benefit the Muslim community in these states. However, they're not doing anything for the rest of the people. We have destroyed the middle class in this country, and that was done intentionally, and that started with Mr. Obama. Yeah, he was going to fundamentally change this country. Well, he did, and he's still working at it behind the scene, because the little man behind the curtain just may be him. So with that said, this is a cool, cold Tuesday morning, and watching the news was probably not a good thing for me this morning as I went through the papers and the news. It just gets worse. But we have the ability to fix this as a nation, as a union of people that place the votes to put these people in. We need to place the votes to put these people out. And with that, I don't know how much more we're going to be able to absorb during these seasons of it's the holiday seasons. We should be happy. We should be out shopping. We should be spending money. But yet most of us that are on a single income, and in some households on a dual income, are finding it hard to make it. There was a story I read yesterday about a couple. She is a registered nurse. Her husband works as a security guard. And she has a secondary job that she leaves nursing and goes to. And so does her husband. And they both get together in the evening to clean houses. And they're having a problem just scraping by with heating oil, fuel for their cars, food for their children, food for themselves. And this is what's happened to middle-class America. Work 3 jobs, work more, and pay more in taxes so we can send it to some Houthi rebel somewhere and in the Ukraine, which is the most corrupt country that you can ever believe. With that said, I would love if you would please hit the like button on this video and share this video. And, of course, please subscribe to my channel. And with that, we're gone.